And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Outside Conley. Pass to Gay. Back to Conley. Now Gasol. 6 to shoot. 11 feet out and he hits it. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Outside Lowry. DeRozan. No good off the pick.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Outside Conley. Back to Gay. Abdul-Rahim. Out to Conley. Conley left side. And that one's on target from the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now here is Lowry. Outside Lowry. It's deflected. Gasol with the steal. Outside Conley. Gay outside. Connects from three-point range.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Outside Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Gay comes over with a double team. Down low. And Valanciunas backs in. Knocked loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. Leaps for it. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Gasol with it. Pass to Gay. Clock at 6. Abdul-Rahim. And the basket good.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
So it's Toronto now. Looking for the first basket of the game. And the Raptors call time here. Stolen by Gay. Outside Conley. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Lowry with the ball. Pass to DeRozan. Leads him in there. Valanciunas. A beautiful reverse layup. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Conley. Now Gay. Gay outside. Just 5 to shoot. Abdul-Rahim. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Lowry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gay up top. Outside Conley. Abdul-Rahim. Back to Conley. Fires from deep. Shot is off.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Carter, that's good. Here's Conley. Pass to Gay. Back to Conley. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Toronto trailing. And here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Carter left side. Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Carter, that's good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Now here's Conley. Gay with it. Now Gay. And blocked. To the inside. A shot by Lowry, no good. Here's Conley. Pulls up on the wing. And the jumper falls for him. He has 6.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Lowry with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. DeRozan back to Lowry. And the 3-ball is good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Memphis leading. They set the screen. Gay outside. Pass to Gasol. Outside Gasol. Gasol's in the post. Comes up empty down low. Here's DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Outside Leonard. Now here is Carter. Carter outside. Back to Leonard. The tray. And good on the basket. Book it. And here is Conley. He has 6. Abdur-Rahim. They get it back. Gasol inside. The shot from the low post is good.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And here's Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. That drops. Here's Conley. They set the pick. Right side, Conley. Toronto grabs the miss. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Gay outside. Gay right side. Back to Conley. But they recover it. Abdur-Rahim. Here's Gasol. And that one's good. He's got 6. Now here is Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Tries it from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Now here is Conley. Gasol backing down. Shoots from the right block. Now Carter. Lowry. Lowry with the ball. And Gasol comes to help. Back to Lowry. 5 on the clock. Outside Leonard. Unloads. The shot, no good. Here's Conley. He has 6. Pass to Gay. Back to Conley. Shoots the 3. And he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far. Now here is Lowry. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And he gets it to go. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. 4-point game. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Posey drills the baseline jumper. And it's the Raptors' ball. They trail by 6. Van Vliet. Van Vliet. Knocked away. Battier with the steal. Ibby with it. Ibby with it. The stupendous finish in traffic. Here's McGrady. Six on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Peterson. And he banks in the layup.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Now, here is Bibby. Pass to Battier. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Toronto trailing. And here's McGrady. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Peterson, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. That one is off. And he sinks the second. And here comes Bibby. Pass to Randolph. Let's go. And it's Memphis with another.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Van Vliet. Van Vliet gets the three-pointer to fall. 1 second left. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think? McGrady with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Memphis leading. Wells. Pass to Bibby. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Now here is McGrady. Siakam. It's rebounded by Bibby.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Wells. Pass to Bibby. And the layup's good off the glass.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And the Raptors call time here.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And the Raptors making a change here. Here's Stoudemire, and there's the whistle.
And Steve, near the bucket, he's one of the best finishers around. I mean, he does a great job of using his strong body to fight through contact and get to the rack.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Stoudemire. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Now Williams. Outside Anthony. Back to Williams. Anthony left side. The shot misses. Stoudemire with the ball. Siakam. Stoudemire up top. Just 5 on the clock. Siakam misses off the right iron. Here's Anthony. Leading by 5. Anthony right side. Pass to Williams. Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Here's Stoudemire. Here's Christie. Here's Davis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, switching for his first points of the game. That's good. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Christie. Out to Stoudemire. McCready with the ball. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And the Raptors making a change here. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now here's Williams. Here's the screen. Right side, Williams. Gay outside. Pass to Anthony. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Valanciunas. Good!
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
Here's Anthony. Outside Williams. Rudy Gay on the wing. 6 to shoot. Anthony. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Toronto trailing. Outside Leonard. Pass to Carter. And here is Stoudemire. And Leonard gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And here is Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Gasol. The jump hook. Rebound by the Raptors.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Stoudemire with the ball. Valanciunas, good.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
It's a close game here in Memphis. Outside Williams. Shot to stop the run. They grab their own miss. Out to Anthony. Clock at 6. Off with the layup.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Back to Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And the Raptors making a change here. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Gay outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Now here's Stoudemire. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Valanciunas, good.
Number 20.
Here's Williams. There's a good screen. Stolen by Carter. Now here's Stoudemire. Now Stoudemire. Pass to Carter. For three. It's blocked. But they get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Raptors making a switch here. So it's the Grizzlies now. Conley with it. 9 points in the game so far. Gay outside. Back to Conley. Both loose. And they're moving it up. Here's Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. 5 points in the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Here's Conley. Rudy Gay on the wing. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. 7-point differential. Back to Conley. Conley left side. Gay outside. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 9.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
Outside Lowry. Now here's Gay. Doesn't get the finger roll. Here comes Carter. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Carter. Carter right side. DeRozan. It's Vince Carter on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. And here is Gasol. Now here is Conley. Gay with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley. Misses the chippy right there. Now Carter. Outside Lowry. From 6 away. And the shot is good. 9 points in the game so far. And here comes Conley. 6-point game. Right side, Conley. Pass to Gasol. Back to Conley. With the lead pass, and he gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And Toronto has possession. Outside Lowry. And here's Leonard. Back to Lowry. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Outside Conley. Here's Gay. A 3 off the mark.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Carter with it. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Carter. Up top DeRozan. It's rebounded by Gasol. Here's Conley. 9 points in the game so far. Outside for Gasol. Back to Conley. Beyond the arc. That's good. He's got 12. And here we go with Kyle Lowry. 11 points in the game. Here's Leonard. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Michael Conley. What a contribution. Pass to DeRozan. Inside. Valanciunas. It counts. And the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Here's Conley. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Gay outside. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Outside Gasol. Carter pulls it in. Raptors with the lead. Outside Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He has 6.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Now here is Conley. Now here's Gasol. Left side Gasol. And that one's good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Lowry. Toronto calls timeout. Here's Carter, and that one hits back iron. Memphis trailing here. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Conley left side. Pass to Gay. Back to Gasol. Gay outside. Conley. Clock at 6. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. Carter left side. Outside Lowry. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Carter. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 6 points for him.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Now here's Conley.
Good. He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. DeRozan with it. Pass to Leonard. He's up against Gasol. And here's DeRozan. He's got 6. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Carter. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Pass to Gay. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard. Now here is Lowry. He's got 11. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's the break. Soft touch off the glass. Now Lowry. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Vince Carter on the wing. Carter right side. Valanciunas. Pass to DeRozan. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 8.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
To the paint. And the jam by Rudy Gay. Here's Lowry. DeRozan on the wing. Back to Lowry. No good on the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Now here's Gay. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Here's Toronto. 6-point lead. DeRozan on the wing. Siakam. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now here's Conley. Battier with it. Rudy Gay on the wing. Outside Conley. Pass to Battier. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. And another basket for Memphis. And here's Lowry. 11 points in the game. And here's DeRozan. Six on the shot clock. Drops in the layup for 2. 10 points for him. Conley with it. 14 points for him. Back to Randolph. Again, Memphis.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Lowry. Up top to DeRozan. Pass to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Siakam. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. And here are the Grizzlies with it. Trailing here by 8. Outside Conley. Now Battier. Pass to Randolph. Clock at 6.
That's his first personal foul.
The Raptors making a switch here. Here's Randolph. He has 6. Davis is on it. Puts it up from 12. Nice shot by Randolph. 8 points for him.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on him as much as they should be.
Van Vliet. Off target with his 3. Now Battier. He's got 5. Puts up a 3. And he gets it to go. And here are the Raptors now. It's a 3-point game. Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Battier. He'll be with it for the tie. Can't get it to go. Here's Christie. Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark. It's stolen by Davis. And here they come. Van Vliet. Picked away. Pass to Randolph. And that one's good. He's got 8.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Now, here is Bibby. Posey. It's blocked. They set the pick. Six on the shot clock. Here's Christie. Stolen by Bibby. He's got a clear path. Posey. And he lays that one in. Raptors with the lead. Peterson. Siakam. It's rebounded by Randolph. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that.
And Toronto has possession. No one near him. The shot's good from Christie. Here's Bibby. Pass to Battier. Now here's Randolph. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And the Raptors making a change here. Pass to Christie. Van Vliet. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now Bibby. Into Zach Randolph. Davis is there. Here's Randolph. Again Memphis. And the Raptors with possession. They lead by 4. Van Vliet. Pass to Christie. Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Bibby with it. Outside Williams. Bibby. It's stolen. Pass to Christie. Van Vliet. Siakam. And we reached the end of the third. It's the Raptors. And well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And so it's Memphis with it. Pass to Randolph. Davis is on it. Nice shot by Randolph. Here's Stoudemire. Now Davis. 5 on the clock. Siakam. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Outside Williams. Randolph. Pass to Anthony. Here's Randolph. Left side Randolph. Again Memphis.
Well, you look at the scoreboard and you realize how much he's already contributed. You really have to wonder how bad it might be if he weren't doing the job he's done so far.
Here's Christie. There's the pick. Shoots. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. Memphis trailing here. And here is Anthony. Back to Randolph. It's stolen by Stoudemire. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Now here's Williams. Outside Anthony. Pass to Randolph. Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Fades back. And that one goes long.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Siakam. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Anthony. Back to Randolph. Right side Randolph. Pass to Battier. Outside Anthony. Posey. The baseline J. Blocked. Now here's Stoudemire. Now McGrady. Here's Christie. Puts it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Now, here's McGrady. Siakam. And here's McGrady. Pass to Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot will not go. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Trailing by 10. Now Williams. Outside Anthony. Pass to Randolph. Left side Randolph. Gets himself open and drills it.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's McGrady. Pocket 6. Launches it. The Grizzlies pull it in. Williams with the ball. Fires for 3. That's good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Christie. Davis with it. And Davis gets it to go.
Just the shot they wanted. Point blank range.
Here's Williams. Outside Randolph. Davis is on it. Outside Randolph. Anthony with it. Three-pointer. That's good.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
And here is McGrady. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Some changes for Toronto. Outside Conley. Gay right side. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. 7-point differential. Outside Conley. Pass to Gay. Now here's Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Conley. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot. Now here's DeRozan. Gasol with the steal. Here's Conley. Pass to Gasol. Back to Conley. Knocks it loose. Here's Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Here's Carter. Now here's Leonard. Here's Valanciunas. And the shot is good.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
And here is Conley. Pass to Gay. For the finish. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 11.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now here is Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now here's Conley. Gay, left side. DeRozan defending. Outside Conley. Shot to end this cold run. He takes it up and lays it in. Toronto calls timeout.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team.
Here's Lowry. Back to Leonard. Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gay. And here is Gasol. And here is Conley. Now Conley. Shot from the wing. Gay left side. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
The offense is clicking for him this half. Absolutely clicking. I mean, everything on point and on target.
Pulls it up. And again, it's Toronto converting.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Outside Conley. Gasol up top. To the middle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Outside Lowry. To the inside. Valanciunas. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Conley left side. No good. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. From 7. And he gets the bucket.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Gay outside. Back to Conley. Gay with it. Just 5 to shoot. Abdur-Rahim. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A new group in now for the Raptors. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Here's Stoudemire. Clock at 6. Blocked. Pass to Bibby. To the paint. Now Gasol. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. So the first one drops in that. Gasol drops 2. And so it's Toronto.